みんな、こんにちは。元気ですか？私はハレクスカディアンです。So, don't be alarmed by the title of this video. It's just simply some things that I wanted to talk about, but I couldn't because of time restraints recording on my phone. So to start things off, um, I met a Japanese person, and this is not going in the way that you probably think it's going. So, like I said, I met a Japanese person and I showed him the video I did of me explaining my Japanese intro. And I asked if if anything was wrong, if I misexplained something, and he was like, "Nope, that's pretty much all there is." And I'm like, "Did I over explain anything?" And he was like, "Nope, we're all good." And I'm like, "Yes." So that's the first thing, I feel so validated about making a video about a culture that I'm not really familiar with, and then having um, that content being said, uh, basically putting a seal of approval from the person who is actually from the culture. You know what I mean? Kind of way. Anyway, that's the first thing that I wanted to talk about. The second thing that I need to mention is something that happened in Discord about a month and a half ago. Those of you who have been talking to me on Discord for the last month or so, you might have noticed that I've stopped um, initiating conversations, and when you do talk, I usually seem fairly distracted or busy. There's a reason for that, because one of the Poke bots from Discord called Pokecord shut down suddenly. And Pokecord had a very large following. So when it shut down, all of the players decided to flood pretty much all of the other Pokebots on Discord in existence. And I happen to be one of the older players of a specific Pokebot called Mew. And it was hectic in the support server. So I spent like the first 3 days sitting at the computer when I did have it. Um, just sitting there watching the help chat and helping people answer stupidly generic questions that just using the menu in the first place would have helped them if they had like read this flipping tutorial. The poor developer. Anyway, with that flood of new arrivals, I think maybe about 3,000 people joined in the course of a week or so. The developer of the bot, named Yazo, asked a specific group of people within the server to apply for the mod team because, there are a whole lot more people in the server and they're causing trouble and whatnot. Some of them. And so, well, I saw the need for a larger mod team, and even though it was out of my comfort zone, I decided to sign up for mod, and I felt incredibly threatened, I guess. Intimidated, yes, that's the word. Intimidated by the questions in the application for mods, but I completed it. And honestly, I am very glad that I did not get mod, because seeing what the mod team has to deal with now, I'm glad that if I was a mod, I would probably be more busy than I am right now. What actually happened in the aftermath of people applying for mod was that the current mod team was split into two: the senior officer Jennies and the junior officer Jennies. What happened to me and 4 other people who probably applied for mod as well, we got a special role that basically singles us out as people who know the bot and can help with questions, and the name of that role is called Nurse Joy. Technically, we're a part of staff, but we don't have any special permissions other than to post pictures in a specific channel, and even then we're restricted to those pictures just being helpful pictures. So I have been busy lurking in the help chat when people, there will be other people out there who know the answers to the questions people are asking, but when those people have dried up and they don't have anybody else to ask, or sometimes you have a bunch of clueless people in the help chat asking questions one after the other, that's pretty much where the nurse joys have to step in. Well, not have to. I consider it a job, even though I'm not being paid. It's something that I take very seriously. So I do try to have my attention on the help chat. Not that I fear that my role is going to be taken away, because even if the role is taken away, it's not going to take away the fact that I know a lot about Mew in the first place. I can still answer questions, and I'm probably still going to be as busy, considering that I'm already known in the community as someone who is very knowledgeable about Mew to begin with. Okay, so that's number 2. Number 3, unfortunately for this part, the Elsword server that I had been playing and recording on has shut down, and it's been like that for about 3 months now. I will not be able to make content of Void Elsword anymore. Now, for those of you who don't know how game servers work, Void Elsword was basically an international server that didn't seem to be based anywhere. There is the North American Elsword server, and usually, based on where you are in the world, if you connect to a server, a game server that isn't in your country, you're going to experience a bunch of loading issues and lag and stuff like that. So I was thinking that I could rejoin the North American server of Elsword to continue making content, even though it's, I haven't really been doing that a whole lot. And well, to say I did in fact have a North American Elsword account. I gave it to a friend when I decided to quit, and I don't know who exactly that person is anymore. So, I was thinking that I do have another email that I can use, so I'll probably use that, and I'll probably actually go try to record my experiences immediately after making this video. Well, I guess that's the end of actually what I wanted to talk about, all of the updates. Oh, I suppose I also need to mention this about my computer. It's starting... I don't want to say it's starting fine. I've been putting it to sleep, and it's been waking up from sleep just fine, but if I would actually shut it down, it's going to cause trouble to start again. So I might have an elevated chance of making more better quality content like I was supposed to in the first place. So that's the end of the video. I hope you all have had a fantastic day, night, and I will see you all in my next video. Sayonara.